Commissioner-elect Brian Helms. The next oath to be administered will be Commissioner-elect Melissa Merrill. The next oath of office to be administered is Mr. Stoney Rushing. Do I have any nominations?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to make Commissioner Stoney Rushing the chair.
For nominations for vice chair.
I'd like to nominate Melissa Merrill for vice chair.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Mr. Rushing. Ms. Melissa Merrill has been nominated for vice chair of the Board of County Commissioners. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Congratulations, Ms. Merrill.
I'll be voting against the motion to suspend the rules. There are a number of items that you've mentioned that I think new commissioners, and indeed all commissioners, ought to take their time with. I mean, these are some weighty issues that you've brought up in the very first inaugural meeting of this new board.
I agree with Commissioner Williams. I'll be voting against it as well, sir.
All those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay.
No.
In light of the fact that the county manager serves at the pleasure of the Board of Commissioners, I move that the county manager be relieved of his duties and separated from employment as county manager effective immediately, that the county terminate the contract, the county manager contract effective immediately. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No.
Okay.
I move that Brian Matthews be appointed interim county manager effective immediately.
Is this board, in addition to firing the county manager in its inaugural meeting, also prepared to find a candidate and hire that candidate in the very same night? Apparently you are. I'm aghast. I am really just aghast.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No.
But I tell you what, there's a video, and if you can go ahead and run that video, you can see the reception of it. It was very encouraging. I think you'd agree,
My name
Pat.
is Mark Watson. I'm the Union County manager. Union County employs roughly 1,500 people in a variety of positions and professions. This organization has gone through a number of changes over the years.
Our employees need to be congratulated. Our leadership team has been extremely effective, and tonight is a sad, sad night.
It is a sad night because we've decided to fire the guy that was head of that senior management team. I truly am aghast.
Commissioners, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the resolution certifying the results of the 2022 Union County Go referendum that were approved by the voters on November 8th, 2022, and adopt the capital project ordinances number 321 for Union County Public Schools and 322 for South Piedmont Community College.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? 2, 3, 2. We'll be calling a meeting on Thursday, December the 8th at 6 o'clock p.m. of the Board of Governors. After that, we'll have a special meeting of the Board of County Commissioners starting approximately 6:15, in which we will discuss lowering the rates on the residential ratepayers of Union County. The water and sewer rates have been raised over the years, and we intend to take a look at that and see if those rates can't be lowered back to what they were at the beginning of this year. And so we'll be discussing that. So if you're interested in that issue, please attend the meeting, the special meeting of the Board of Governors, and then the special meeting of the County Commissioners on December the 8th. Let's do that. Let's do a vote just to see what we got. Any discussion on that motion? Make a motion that we have that special meeting of the Board of Governors and the Board of County Commissioners.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I would strongly recommend that this new board not make a decision this very first week on water rates. I mean, this is a big deal that this board needs to take its time. You know, why on God's green earth do we need to decide this week? Why not decide it in the second meeting in December, where we can at least take some time with it? Matter of fact, since you've made this a motion, I'd like to offer a procedural motion that we defer consideration of this until the second meeting in December.
Mr. Commissioner, it will be the second meeting in December.
Well, you've just offered, okay, thank you. No, I mean the second regular meeting.
Well, you said the second
Obviously,
meeting.
you know,
So in
the
order to
second
even
regular
discuss all
meeting.
these things that you brought up, we have to have a meeting in public. So just like the day after the primary election, we raised the rates 22% on water customers at 8 o'clock in the morning, the day after a primary in which 3 candidates successfully won in the Republican primary, saying they were going to cut the rates back. So in order to get the information about cutting the rates back that you're discussing, we have to have a meeting. And that will be a Board of Governors meeting. And then the second meeting would be a Board of Commissioners meeting, special called meeting.
Well,
So I
since
think-
you've made,
I think
Mr.
that's
Chairman,
what we
since
have.
you've made this a motion, it's only fair that I get to offer a procedural motion that we defer consideration of this item until our second regular meeting in December. Is that not an appropriate motion, procedural motion?
So we'll vote
So
on,
can we vote on deferring consideration of that to the second regular meeting of December?
yeah, we can have a vote on that.
Okay.
Now, we have a motion on the floor, so this is a,
Can we still discuss that motion?
do what?
Can we still discuss?
I'm not sure. We have another motion.
We have two
Does it take
motions on
precedence?
You have a motion to defer, you have to vote on the motion to defer. Once you vote on the motion to defer, whether it's up or down, then you can still go and consider the motion that is on the floor.
Okay. So we have a motion to defer
the
until our second
meeting,
regular
meeting. Yep.
meeting on December the 19th versus December the 8th.
Can we
And
discuss that as well?
yes,
Okay, and my question is, staff provided, and it's public record, from our bond counsel and our financial valuation of what this action would do to Union County. And my question to Brian and Melissa, have you had time to study that?
I've been following this for quite some
No,
time,
that's not what I
so
asked you. Have you studied that package?
I have looked at the package, and I'm very comfortable with the motions on the floor.
All right.
any other discussion? Okay, motion to defer. I'm not going to support the motion to defer because, again, this thing's been discussed, this thing's been beat to death and campaigned on for at least 2, maybe 3 election cycles, and the rates keep going up and the promises keep going down. So,
You campaigned, discussed it on the
On lowering
campaign,
the
but you
rates.
have not discussed it on this board.
on lowering the rates.
Has not been
You're
discussed
absolutely
on
right.
this board.
It has been. You just didn't listen to me because I was a 1 out of 4 vote.
Stoney, I don't see you as the king here making edicts
I don't either.
out.
I don't either, but I see
But
me
that's
as
the way
a,
you're acting.
Mr. Commissioner Richard Helms, please see me as somebody who's keeping the promise that was made to the voters of Union County and successfully won an election based on those promises. All those in favor of the motion to defer, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Nay. All right, now, so the motion to have the special meeting, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
Okay, pass 3-2. Commissioner Brian Helms?
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank the residents of Union County for placing your faith in me to represent you on this board. I'm truly humbled and I'm honored at the same time that you have elected me to serve the will of the people. I understand and I realize that any authority that this office possesses is given by the people and for the people of our great county. I would like to especially thank my wife. Your sacrifices have been immeasurable, and our campaign wouldn't have succeeded without you, or our family for that matter. Thank you to both of my children who were here earlier, who have been involved from the start. You may not understand it now, but one day you will realize the importance of tonight and this past year. Thank you to my family and all of my friends. You have stood steadfast in your support. That has allowed me to stand strong in my convictions. Thank you to all the folks that supported my family along this journey. Your efforts and contributions mean more than you know. As you saw tonight, Union County is facing many important decisions. These decisions have the ability to affect our county's future and perhaps even our identity. I do not take this responsibility lightly. Although I still have much to learn, I pray that God grants me wisdom, the wisdom that I need to be of service to our great county and our great people. I pray that God gives me the courage and fortitude to do what is right and not what's easy. Finally, I pray God's blessings on every man, woman, and child in our great county, our state, and also our nation. Thank you.
Vice Chair Melissa Merrill?
I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I think it speaks volumes, not only to the primary election, but to the general election on November 8th. We heard you. We were in the back every time you came and spoke, and we promised to always listen to the people, the great people that live here in Union County. The ones that came before us and paved the way for us to live in Sweet Union. And we want to keep that campaign promise for low taxes, low rates, and outstanding schools, which is how we raise our families here and create such a wonderful place to live and raise our children, to retire and enjoy our backyards. And so I just want to thank you all for being here tonight. I especially want to thank my oldest, Trent Merrill, and my husband, Rob Merrill. By God's grace, you both and Taylor cannot be with us tonight. But thank you for standing by me for the last 8 years on Union County Public Schools Board of Education and supporting me to run for county commissioner. And I just want to thank everyone in this room for all of your support and becoming our Union County family when our families are so far away. And I just want to recognize my colleagues on the Board of Education. And it's been an honor to serve with you and to be colleagues of the greatest school district in North Carolina. And it's about time we honor you as such. And so I just want to thank you for your support, and we will be there to support you tomorrow night as each of you are sworn in. And that's all I have to say tonight.
And lastly, I would like to thank all of the Union County citizens who put their faith and trust in the new board members and in me. I look forward to working with the new board to repair the relationship with Union County Public Schools, fixing your problems with public work, fixing our problems with public works. One of the problems that we've had in the past, and as my 12 years as a county commissioner, the issues with Public Works have been one of the most concerning. It's always more expensive than it was proposed, and it's always later than it was proposed, and it's time that we take a look at how much money we're willing to put of your money into facilities that are going to create more high-density growth. Once it's built, we lose control of it. With 14 municipalities, there's very little control that we have as county commissioners once it's available. We have a prosperous county. We have a county where a lot of times the leaders just look to you and say, well, you can give $6 more a month or $10 more a month, or it's just a little bit. But it's not a little bit, and every little bit adds on. We had a 33% water and sewer rate increase starting in 2019. There was a 3-2 vote. We had a 22% increase in water rates just this past May. And, you know, that's got to stop. At some point, if we say we're not going to build a $274 million sewer plant, then the bond ratings can be successful. The rates can be lowered. You know, when they come and tell us, oh yeah, vote for this rate increase, there's not very much concern. So when we say there was going to be a rate decrease, or we're going to vote on it, or even discuss it, there shouldn't be concern either. Both Brian and Melissa are well thought out. Melissa's been involved in this game for 8 years on the school side. And Melissa, what was the budget at the school system?
$454 million.
$454 million. She knows how to manage a budget. She's been told no many times by this board. We looked at going back to a bifurcated budget where the school system gets their portion and the county gets our portion. And if the county wins, the school system wins. If the county sees a downturn in the economy like we did in 2008, the school system has to face that same thing, but we do it together. We don't do it that we're taking from them to grow the county government. We campaign on less county government, and it happens year after year. You're told we want less control over your lives. We want lower taxes. We want great schools that our kids can learn in. And our schools are number one in the state of North Carolina, the number one county system in the state of North Carolina with the least amount of state funding. I can't say that enough, and how proud we should be of that very fact. It's the parents, the teachers, it's all of us. It's the citizens, it's the grandparents that we've got grandparents out in the crowd. It's all of us that make this prosper. It's everybody. It's not just the staff at the Union County Public Schools. It's not just the staff in Union County. We have an excellent staff. These people that I've worked with, again, in those 12 years that I'm very proud to work with and have very, very much respect for and trust in. But this is not, as one employee recently put it at a Chamber of Commerce event, a group of people that are going to destroy the economy of Union County. We are not going to do that. We are going to make wise decisions, and we're going to make decisions with your money like we would treat it like it's our money. And I hope all the commissioners will see that, and they will as time goes on. It'll prove out. But thank you all so much for coming tonight, and thank you again for your support. And with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Delwyn Archer.
What an honor. What a great day for Union County. Man, I'm so proud of y'all, and I thank God for you. Am I supposed to hit the button here? Okay, now we're counting down. So I want to say congratulations, Stoney, to you and Melissa and Brian, also known as the Red Wall. This is my first visit to Union County Board of Commissioners meeting, but won't be my last. Many of us have gathered here tonight to express our thanks to you for being willing to serve our county with conservative, principled servant leadership. My hope is that our red wall will actually become a red velvet bulldozer. Whenever possible, gently but firmly, in the last hour, I think you've demonstrated that, pushing back on any prior poor decisions this body has made so that the end result will better align with the conservative values of Union County. Tomorrow, at our UCPS board meeting, I'll do my own not-so-gentle pushing back against age-inappropriate efforts by Cuthbertson Middle School educators to sexualize and indoctrinate, or otherwise called groom, 12 to 14-year-old children through their Pride 365 Club. I invite our county commissioners to join me in my request that UCPS immediately halt this Pride 365 Club at Cuthbertson Middle School. Please have your request include any future similar efforts that would perhaps be considered for UCPS middle school or younger age students. Ideally, all efforts for all UCPS student ages should be discontinued, but at least we should delay them until our children reach high school. Let our children be children. Currently, about half of our high schools have a GSA club. That acronym stands for Genders and Sexualities Alliance, or Gay Straight Alliance. Now, at Cuthbertson Middle School, the educators hide their agendas under the title Pride 365 Club. At 9 a.m. this morning, I provided Mr. Richard Helms and Mr. David Williams with a video promoting this club. Our Red Velvet Bulldozer have had access a couple of days earlier. This video has recently been removed from the Cuthbertson Middle School webpage. Thankfully, a fellow conservative who's in the audience tonight had the wisdom to capture it in its entirety and keep it unedited so that you can see and hear for yourselves. I encourage you to pay close attention to the presentation slides, pausing the video in order to reflect upon their content. Thanks for your consideration of this matter on behalf of innocent 12 to 14-year-old children. If we don't stop this here, our elementary children will be next. You have a tremendous amount of responsibility in maintaining our wonderful conservative quality of life as Union County continues to experience explosive growth. Please know that I will be faithfully praying an abundance of God's wisdom, and especially pray for courage to obey God's truth, the Bible, in all of your decisions. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Next, we have Richard Daunt.
Good evening. I just wanted to first give a warm greeting to this new board as a whole, and an especially warm greeting to the newly elected and re-elected commissioners. You were very warmly received by the conservative voters of Union County. I'm just going to read a quick little quote here from Thomas Jefferson. "The natural progress of things is for liberty to yield and government to gain ground." So the natural way is to raise taxes, raise rates. That's the easy thing to do, but it's not the right thing to do. And I know that these three newly elected and re-elected commissioners will do the right thing for Union County, that they believe in limited government, and that they will heal the relationship with the Board of Education. I think if Ronald Reagan was here tonight, he might say something like, "It's morning in Union County." Thank you.
Do we have anyone else that either signed up and outside on the paper or that would like to speak?
Good evening. I want to congratulate the commissioners.
State your name
Yeah,
and
Harold
address.
Schmaker, Waxaw. Want to congratulate you guys for your victory. There was a lot of parents like myself that got involved in local elections for the first time. And it's exciting to see the process, and it was great to see the turnout. I wasn't going to speak tonight, and I didn't prepare any comments. I usually do. And I've been a one-topic commenter over the last, I don't know, almost 2 years. And The reason that I'm going to speak today is befriended a nurse that worked at Atrium. She was forced into taking the shot to keep her job. And the last about 10 months, she's been struggling with her health. She barely leaves the house. She's bedbound some days. Her medical charts are a book. And she's very, very technical and knowledgeable, and she's been sharing all the information with me. I mean, it's been a complete nightmare for her. She wanted to, a couple months ago, she was feeling a little bit better, and she wanted to come and speak. She's in a neighboring county, but she was wanted to speak to get awareness. Just this week, and this is the reason I came up tonight, she let me know that her conditions are getting worse. And so I thought, you know, I want to come out from her perspective. If she was here, she would ask you to hold the shots, suspend them, do what you need to do, you know, to investigate, do whatever you have to do under what powers that you have to stop those. Because there's one thing that I can say for certain, and when you guys sent the letter to the state, when we brought you data, the state sent back numbers that corroborated what we had found, and that more people were dying with the vaccines. And the data that's come out now is showing that clearly that the vaccines are hurting people, they're not helping. And so this is an opportunity to maybe save the life of a neighbor or a neighbor's child or somebody that you know from getting the same kind of situation as Lindsay's found herself in. I mean, 10 months of every day she's fighting for her health. So I would ask that you guys look at halting it while you investigate. Just don't let anybody else, don't continue this at all. So I thank you for your time. I thank the board for sending the letter initially and looking into it, starting that process. And I would ask that you just look at the data and act accordingly. Thank you so much.